Hey, lovely people. It is Monday, the 26th of September. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you have very lit hosts. Let's get to introducing ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Marks, from a different location. You know what it is already.
It's your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
Use Mr. Rotations. Happy weekend.
You don't seem happy. Are you happy?
Sorry, that's a happy weekend.
Yes.
I meant happy Monday.
Happy Monday. All right.
Are you happy about it being Monday?
No.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
And they call me, man, pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam packed.
Love it. How did you come up with your intro? That is every time I hear it, I've been hearing it since April, and every time I'm actually very impressed by it. I think you got
Forget that he's a lyricist.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
lyricist.
yeah, not
that's
this
why.
again. Sorry,
And
never mind.
obviously, you know he's a rapper because you chose him to write the lyrics. So.
Yusuf, that was last week. That was in the past. Let's move forward. How's everyone doing? It's a lovely Monday morning. It's giving winter vibes.
Yes, it's not very lovely. It's raining and it's cold.
Yeah, but I like to appreciate it because I think if it doesn't rain, then it's a drought. Then we might not have food. So I'm a glass half full type of babe. That's how I think.
With the crops and that.
Yeah, exactly. The crops they wouldn't yield as they ought
Do you
to.
like when it gets dark early in the evening?
No, I
Like
find
when
it
it's dark
scary.
from like 4 and 5 o'clock and that?
No, I find it very scary. I don't like being out in the dark.
You're scared.
Yeah,
You're scared.
I'm scared.
You're scared.
It's like when I'm walking. We're getting to the Milk and Honey show, but when I was walking to my car yesterday, and I was on the phone, because you know when you're on the phone for like safety. When I think about it, what's the person really gonna do if something was to happen? But I guess I don't know. At least you know I'm being attacked or something. So but then I get really paranoid when I hear like little sounds. So I'm trying to be on the phone, but then I'm always looking back as well. And yeah, I'm not really here for it. I love when it's bright out and like 10 p.m. and it's still bright. That is my vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
But I like when it snows, because you know when it snows, it's kind of like a illuminating kind of brightness. Do you get me? What I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying.
It's like
But
kind
during
of
the day,
pink.
though.
No, this is nighttime.
At night?
Yeah, when it snows, when it's proper like heavy snow that's set, it's actually really bright. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's just reflecting off of the snow.
Yeah, I do say that. I hope it doesn't snow this year. I can't lie to you guys. I don't drive in the snow. So I'm going to have to do a marks and be remote. I do not drive in the snow. I don't know how to drive in the snow. I literally, once it starts to snow, I'm like, well, that's it.
I don't think it will snow this year.
I hope not.
It usually doesn't snow.
I think it will, you know.
What?
Because
Before
it's
the end of the year?
cold. No, like, it'll be like
You
January.
you see how hot it was, and obviously we had a good summer, yeah. It's doing extreme weather, innit? So I think we're just gonna get the reverse of it through the winter.
I think it will.
I hope not.
I think it's gonna be cold, like really cold.
I believe so.
And
Because it's already
it must
cold now,
snow a
you know.
little
It's
bit.
getting cold. Yeah.
It's really cold now. Like duvet and all. Because my mum's friend knits us socks every winter.
Oh, is it?
She's so cute, yeah, proper sweet. And I'm already wearing those. I mean, granted I'm in shorts, but that's not the point. Like, I'm still cold.
What's it called? I'm a size 12 for them socks. Yeah.
Do you know what? I could probably ask her, you know, she does every single year. And then last year, my nephew wasn't born yet at the time she sent it. And it was the cutest little socks ever. And she made it for like when he arrives. Proper cute. Proper sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. Marcus, you got something to say there? You're...
No.
Mars looks bare happy. It's good though, it's good.
Do I?
Yeah, man. It's nice to see.
Oh, that's good then, man. We're starting the week the right way. You get me? Good energy, all of that stuff.
Love
Come on.
it.
Hopefully it's
transfer
infectious.
that's what I'm saying. Transfer some of your energy to me because I'm tired over here.
You're always tired. Yusuf is actually always tired. Just your very first shift here, you've been tired.
Yeah, it's sad.
Love it. But how's everyone's weekend?
It's cool, man.
It's been good, man.
Yeah.
I had a lot
What
of R&R.
Rest and recuperation and that.
R&R actually. There's a third R, but I'll tell you off air what that third R was. You know what I mean? R&R. You know what I mean?
I can't even think what the third
Okay.
hour is.
That's what I'm thinking.
I want to know what it
Me as
is.
well. I'm thinking,
Put your brain cells together.
You put in the group chat. or will HR be contacted? Is it inappropriate? I really want to know what that is. I really can't think.
Reggae.
Okay,
Reggae, you know.
sir, you need to go back to bed. Reggae? What are you talking about? What did everyone get up to this weekend?
I had to go on a team building work exercise thing.
What is it? Let me see.
Huh?
Check the group
You know what I
for
mean?
the last hour.
R&R, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you know what? You
yeah,
were far
yeah.
off. I apologize, Mons. I apologize. You were in the
I was in and around it.
you were in and around it 100%. Okay, so how was your team building exercise?
It was good, man. It was good, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. I can't lie.
Okay.
It was definitely fun. I got duped into it, but that's a different story.
What do you mean how do you get duped into team building?
Because it actually got sold to me that I have to be available for an event because that's because this is what we got to go and do it on some brand ambassador thing and some unity and team building thing. I have to be there. So I was like, all right, cool. I cancelled whatever plans I had and made the arrangements to be there. And then when I found out what they wanted me to be here for, I said, oh my God, this is so so unprofessional.
You got.
Yeah,
Fair enough,
so that's
fair
what
enough.
happened. But it was fun. It was good.
That's good. That is good. Everyone else?
Let you guys go.
Okay, well, what did I do on Saturday? It was my friend's. I recorded with the 5 times more ladies.
Okay.
You know what? I bumped
Yeah.
into them yesterday, yeah?
Oh
And,
yes, they were at the show. I didn't even see them.
The one who was sitting here.
Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe.
So I was leaving. I was in the lobby, innit?
Yeah.
She walked out and then said hello to me. I said hello, and I carried on looking at my phone.
Oh Lord.
I never realised it was her. And then
Can't get the bloody staff.
the other one, what's the name again?
Tinuke.
She came out afterwards. Like, oh, I'm scared. Because I just recognised her straight away. So the other one looked at me like, what?
First of all, you give me the same energy.
So then I looked at her and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Give me group hug. You know what I mean? I didn't clock in it.
Goodness me, you
Yeah.
are something else. Yes, I recorded the pod with them. Check that out. No shade. Out today. That was really nice as well. Time went really, really quickly. But we said we'd have them on because they're just lovely girls. So that was nice. And then my friend's son's birthday. It was a full circle moment. Because when I was younger, I'd help in the kitchen because, I'm a young, you know how Africans are. You're going to get to your husband's house one day, blah, blah, blah. All that slavery mess. But it was weird because, but obviously the aunties will be in the kitchen, like sorting out the food, all that kind of stuff. I am now that auntie. Like, it's so weird. I'm actually the auntie now that sorts these things out and like makes sure like the young kids are fine. And I was like, what a life. But I do think that it's a blessing that my friends are having children and they're having like parties for their kids and I'm able to kind of help out in some kind of way.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then, of course, Sunday, Milk and Honey show.
How was that for you?
I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. They sold it out, which is amazing. So congratulations, ladies.
Congrats.
They looked amazing. They had a dress change, which is very on brand for them because, of course.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cool. Met some TDA listeners there as well.
Yeah, same.
I saw Gin and Gist.
Oh, she's doing this?
Yeah, I saw Gin and Gist. Yeah, and I saw there's a lady. I think her name is Victoria. Please forgive me if it's not Victoria, but I think her name is Victoria as well. She's really, really cool. I think she's the one who said she's looking forward to our live show.
Okay.
So management, do with that what you will. And then I met some other people as well who listened to the show. It was fun.
Oh, nice.
Met some very interesting characters. Outside of that, I was on a panel with
Oh, Pearl.
Pearl is
I
Pearl is a
don't
character.
think she's as problematic as you lot described her.
She is. She said, I'll tell you why she said to me. So basically, I think we should have her on the show, first of all. I spoke to her about it. She's down to come on the show. I think she's a very interesting character. So one of the things she said, so on the panel, we talked about what is a modern day woman, right? Her definition of what, she said that modern day women, they're selfish, narcissistic, and delusional.
Oh, I hear her.
Yeah, where's the lies?
How is it narcissistic to be a modern day woman? To be a woman that... No, be loud about it.
Where's the lies?
Okay, do you know, whatever. Anyways, I just can't. I'm not going to this week like this. This is goodbye week. And then she was also saying to me, this was like off camera or whatever, when we were having other conversations. She was saying to me how she doesn't believe that women should have the right to vote.
Oh.
Oh wow. Okay.
No,
So was that off? You said that was. You said that was off camera.
Yeah, but she will say on
That's
camera
like-
too. I think she said on camera already.
Hold on, did she use the N word, didn't it?
No, she didn't.
Let's be honest, she used that.
No, of course she didn't.
She used the N word.
Of course she no. Pearl's not like that, and you'll be seeing Pearl on TV soon. Yeah, so she said she doesn't believe women should have the right to vote because we can't even decide what pair of shoes we want to wear. So why should we be given such power?
Wow.
I said, all right. She is an interesting character. I really want to sit down and talk to her.
I don't believe she even believes that, to be fair.
I believe she does.
Her reasoning is stupid because of shoes. Like,
No, but she's just like, women can't make decisions, so why should we have such power? She believes also like stuff like, you know, feminism has set us back. I think, so the way women were back in the day, that's our position, we need to play that. But it's interesting because if women were to play the position they were playing back in the day, she wouldn't have the rights to be doing what she's doing today.
Sure.
But I definitely...
Do you not forget that there's like women that are like head of state and stuff, like loads of them.
Yeah, but I don't think she thinks much of them. She wouldn't, because if women, ordinary women shouldn't have the right to vote, why should then you then be in charge of a country?
But she makes a lot of generalizations, though. I think just to try and like get home the point of what she's trying to say.
Yeah, she does, because I think they're talking about like...
Also, Pearl's white, just for, you know, just in case anyone didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what?
Yeah, she's the white babe.
Oh.
Yeah, you see
Okay,
what... Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said, she said nigga.
The end, yeah. That's why you shouldn't have been too fast when you was like, oh, where's the line at? What? I said selfish. How is it selfish that a woman wants to... Like, why is it selfish that I want to live for myself? And then I said how I will consider myself a modern day woman because I'm not someone who wants to be at the mercy of a man providing for me. I said, however, when I do get married, I will be submissive to my husband. And she said that makes no sense.
Who was the girl that was opposite?
How does she feel
Andrea.
about... Sorry. How does she feel about bathing babies in the first 5 months and that?
I don't think the
Oh,
answer.
we'll ask her that when she gets here. Because you know apparently they don't... Anyway, it stinks.
The girl, Andrea, I felt like you two had a bit of something, a little back and forth, a little bit of attention.
Do you know what it is? So I wasn't quite sure where she stood in life, in thoughts, in things. Do you get me? I wasn't quite sure because when I look at her, and I guess when I said brief hello to her, because we were kind of in separate dressing rooms and stuff, so I didn't really get to, and I had to upload my pod and edit it and stuff, so I didn't really get to, you know, mingle with them. But I could kind of hear her in the other room having a conversation about men or whatever, and I thought, oh, it's gonna be a long day for me. But when I was thinking, you're not what I thought you would. You're not thinking how I thought you would be. So really interesting. So basically, on the panel was obviously the Milk and Honey ladies, 3 of them. Then they had 3 guests: Andrea, Pearl, and I. I was the only one who had the mindset I had.
Yeah.
Because for a while, honestly, when they said it was selfish and narcissistic, I didn't even hear delusional. I was stuck on me being a narcissist for wanting better for myself in today's society. So for a long time, I was thinking, what have I agreed to do? What kind of foolishness is this? But in my opinion, I think I was able to bring it back home. Yeah. Because I had said, I don't think that, you know, it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm hoping that, I think it was recorded, so when that clip comes out, I will post it up and so I can't remember what I said, but I just remember interesting characters, very interesting characters.
I'll get Andrea on.
You could.
The host was a bit loud though.
George.
Yeah, man.
Her energy, but you have to have that energy though.
I felt like she was not taking over the show, but she had more of a presence.
Yeah, main character.
Than the Milk and Honey girls.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yeah.
She's more used to crowds and stuff.
Maybe. And I've heard like a mic.
What George was it? The one that does the voiceovers?
I'm not sure. Is it mixed race?
I'm not sure who she is, to be fair. That's the first time I saw her.
Light skin girl.
Yeah, light skin.
Kind of buff.
Yeah. Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be her. But yeah, she was a really, really good good host. I love the chord. Yeah, she's really lovely as well. And I met Manelia as well.
I told you it wasn't.
Yeah. They spelled her name wrong. I'm glad they got it right on the day. But she was absolutely lovely as well.
She's good, man. Like her first song.
She's
I like her first song.
Yeah, Closure. I think she said it's out in November.
Okay.
She's really, really talented.
Yeah.
Got to talk to her as well and her manager. hopefully you see on TDA soon as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really out here doing a lot of work. I was doing networking and being a talent of sorts. But yeah, I really
Was
enjoyed
the
the
crowd
show.
just full of baby mothers?
Okay, sir. Sir. What? Don't you act confused. Of course it bloody wasn't. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, because that's their
No,
branding.
it's what they are. They don't have big mums, first of all.
That's what I would have expected. The crowd would just be baby mothers and single men.
No, Marks, no.
Like
There was
church.
couples. Church. Church you go to. No. I feel like it was a good mix, to be honest. There's a lot of men there.
Yeah, there was actually.
Yeah, because remember, I think I asked them what their audience is like, and they said they get men and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't really see anyone that caught my eye like that. I did make an announcement on
I said, caught my eye like that.
caught my eye like that. Yeah, I didn't really. Shout out to the men that were there. Young Q, whatever.
Shout out to Kevin Thompson.
I was
Shout out to
waiting for his name to be mentioned.
He wasn't going to be mentioned by me.
What
No,
did
but you
you mention it?
Was Kevin Thompson there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Say,
that's
no?
still.
Yeah.
No way. What's he saying?
It was just, you know what I mean, chopping it up and that.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
What did you say? You said he
Lively
told
guy.
you something. Did you have a conversation with him?
Yeah.
Did he say anything about coming on the show?
He said that you are a bit too ferocious and a bit too vicious, a bit too rude, a bit too.
How is it?
Yeah, so he said he doesn't want to tangle with you.
Oh, well, Kevin, I think you should still
I'm
come on the
joking,
show.
I'm joking. He didn't say anything.
But you know what?
I think you should come on the show.
He has said in the chat that he was actually sad he didn't get to meet you.
Meet me for what?
Just to say hello. You don't actually get along.
If you don't, first of all,
Because he's a cool guy.
that's great. If you don't like somebody, when you meet them, how does that go?
You don't know him not to like him. You might
No,
not
no,
like him. You might not dislike him.
hey. I ain't say I didn't like him. He don't like me.
No.
My energy, I'm sorry, respectfully, I don't put that much energy into people. So he doesn't like me. So that's what I'm trying to say. So he doesn't like me. He makes it clear that he doesn't like me the way I think, whatever. So if you meet me, what is that conversation like?
But I
The
don't think it's a case of him not liking
yeah,
you.
the stain and the like, it's all
Yeah,
theatrics
yeah,
for the
man,
chat. It's not real. When he sees, it's gonna be all love and smiles. Trust me.
100% he would be.
How are you gonna all love and smiles me when you consistently cuss me for being single?
When was
Does
that?
he do that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, remember? Well, I
He
said I've
said
not
stuff
seen
like,
him.
this is why you're single, and
is
like
it?
men should be beware of women
Bro,
like
Kevin's
you.
onto you, boy.
That's what I'm saying. So in what world?
No, I didn't know he's saying this stuff.
Because Brent, you see the comments, right? Am I lying?
No, you're not right.
Yeah. So if he sees
I
me,
think it might have that. I think it's that one line because that line gets to any gal. You can't say that to people. It's
no, but
really-
you know what's mad,
get
Marks?
me?
Do you know what's
I
mad?
think it was
He
the,
said
this
it
is
more
why
than
you're,
once.
see, this is why you're single. This is why you're single. You know, their whole beat, everything. That's all it
It's
says. For me,
mad.
this is why you're single.
And he said it more than once. So he really feels it deep in his chest. So if you then meet me, how does that conversation go? Furthermore, you don't even know whether I'm single or not. But okay, go off, King.
Are
So
you?
get me. So when you meet me, but no, Kevin. Honestly, seriously, we do appreciate you. Actually, let me say we. Let me make this personal. I appreciate you tuning into the show all the time.
Yeah.
I do think you should come on the show. I'm not a fighter. I'm not like I like peace. I really like peace. So I think it'd be cool. Plus, this is my workplace. I ain't gonna show my ass. I'll never do that.
There you go, Kevin. Open invitation.
Yeah, I really do think you should
He said, look,
come on the show.
I do actually like you, Esther. He said, I don't agree how most modern women think, but I do like her.
So come on the show, Kevin. Please get in touch with our team, and let's make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was there with a nigga that looked just like him as well, but just bigger.
Not a clone.
They were like twins.
You say Kevin stepping with security already. Yeah?
No, they were like twins, but he was a bit more headshot.
That is so
I'm sure it was
funny.
his brother or something, cousin.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really, really good show. It was really, really fun. Good vibes. Yeah.
Is he a hotep?
Is he a what?
Is he a hotep? Did you get that vibe,
What's the hot tip?
Emmanuel?
As in, like, you know, one of those, you know, they wear like Egyptian stuff and, you know, like peace and
That ain't the vibe I was
yes, my
getting.
brother, all that type of stuff.
Nah.
Well, like Dr. Umar.
Yeah, like that. He's not like that at all.
I thought Hotep was a cuss.
Yeah, it's like a
I don't even know what that is.
yeah derogatory version.
Oh,
of
is
that,
it?
if you're describing them, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Brent, you got to knock on the door.
Thank you.
But yeah,
It's
man.
crazy. But yeah, it was a good show. How did you guys find it?
Yeah, it was good, man. I like the stage setup. Like the big honeys and lights. That was nice.
Yeah, that was really lovely.
Yeah.
The sofas, the outfits,
Yeah.
the whole layout was sick. Good energy,
Yeah.
good interaction with the crowd, good
Yeah.
crowd involvement, good topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun as well. Yeah, it was good, man. I liked it,
Yeah.
man. I enjoyed
I
it.
loved it when they went into the crowd. I thought that was really, really cool.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the second half, isn't it?
Yeah, the second half, yeah.
Yeah,
So
like,
I think they were meant to have
understand
people come on stage, like to join them in their finish the lyrics song.
Okay.
Game. But then they decided instead to kind of like split the room.
Yeah.
So they went in different parts of the room and they
Yeah.
kind of interacted that
Yeah.
way. I thought it was really, really good.
That guy who came on stage in the blue.
Okay.
Bruv, I saw him walk in.
Yeah.
He walked in like before he came on stage. He walked in like 2 minutes before that. Man just walked
Yeah,
into the
so-
venue, jumped on stage.
Do you want to know who that is?
Who's that?
So that is Pearl's producer, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
So they are identical in how they think. So basically, he said something that I said, niggas is trifling. So this man is a black man, by the way. He said, yeah, that women are ungrateful for the things that men have allowed them to have.
Oh, yeah, he said that stuff.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, him,
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, and he's like, women are ungrateful for what men have given them. I said, what have men given them? And he gave an example of like the suffragettes and all these people women that fought for rights.
All right, yeah, back.
No, wait, no, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. That's recording. Okay. You can continue.
Sorry, Nightfall. My name is spelled ESTHER. Sorry, people spelling my name without H really. It's a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, so he's Pearl's. I think he's the one who recruits her guests and stuff like that. Anyway.
Okay.
So they literally think the same. And yeah, so he gave the example of like the women who fought for rights to vote and all that kind of stuff. Talking about men allowed that. But I thought if men allowed it, men didn't allow it. The women had to literally fight to get those rights. So I don't think it's a thing of, you're welcome. But I do think that when people think like that, yeah, I don't know how they miss the undertone of them thinking that women are beneath men. I don't know how I don't see how that can be missed. But yeah, so that's why because she was cheering him on. Like, Pearl was getting the shakes when certain things were being said and she was not on stage she was really doing a lot of commentary because she was sitting next to me and she was really like, no, that's not right and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, yeah, this girl, it's a very interesting character. I told her, I said, you're very interesting. You're very, very interesting. She's been podcasting, for 6 months. Yeah, and then she even showed me her DMs, yeah.
Yeah. A mess.
They hate her guts.
Okay.
She gets a lot of hate mail. And I said to her, do you care? She said, no, of course I do. I said, yeah, you can't. The things that people send to her, she actually cannot care.
Yeah. So what is she, like the female version of Andrew Tate or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she showed me she has 90% of her audience that tune in are men. Do you know how mad that is? 90%.
That is insane. Well,
And
I'm not surprised, to be fair.
It's proper crazy. And then 9.8, I think, is, that maths is off. No, it's not. 9.8 is women. And then 0.2 is unspecified. She actually showed me the stats.
Wow.
So she's the men's champion, boy.
Is it her own podcast or is it the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's her. So I think it's called It's Purdy Things, something like that.
Okay, because I seen her on another podcast. with a black guy called Sarah Garvey. He's someone that should come on the show, by the way, as well at some point. But yeah, that's where I recognize her from.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, she's really cool. Nice girl. She invited me in her pod as well, so I will take up that offer, and
nice.
Should be interesting. I might have a migraine by the time I'm done with the recording, but yeah, congratulations, Milf and Honey ladies.
Yes, man, 100%.
It's amazing scenes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Is it call on the phone?
No, he's gonna call back for a topic of the day.
All right, lovely. All right, should we get into our first headlines?
Yes, do it.
Let's do it.
So the Russians are beginning to protest. So demonstrators in Russia's Dagestan region have clashed with police in the latest protests to break out against Moscow's new partial mobilization. OVD Info, which is an independent Russian human rights monitor, said over 100 people were arrested during protests in the regional capital of Makakala. The group added that it was concerned by reports of very tough detentions occurring in the province. Dagestan is a mainly Muslim region of Russia, once noted for intense violence. While large protests have taken place in major cities across Russia in recent days, with more than 700 people being arrested on Saturday alone, the images of Dagestani demonstrators fighting with police marks a rare outbreak of violence against authorities. Dozens of videos posted to social media showed protesters confronting police and other security officials, with OVD Info reporting that officers resorted to using stun guns and truncheons on the crowd. In one video, a man detained by officials headbutts a police officer before being beaten by other personnel. In another video showed security officer fleeing from a large group of demonstrators, some of whom attempted to grab and trip him up as he ran. Elsewhere, a large group of women confronted an officer guarding a recruiting center and angrily condemned the war in Ukraine, with one telling the officer that Russia is on the territory of another country. "Why are you taking our children?" the woman shouted. Who was attacked? Russia was attacked? They didn't come to us. It was us attacking Ukraine. Russia has attacked Ukraine. Stop the war. So yes, it's looking like obviously the people in Russia really don't want this, man. The second headline takes us to Italy. And it's looking like the Italians want the far right to get into power. So far right leader Giorgia Meloni has claimed victory in Italy's election and is on course to become the country's first female prime minister. Miss Meloni is widely expected to form Italy's most right-wing government since World War II, which will alarm much of Europe as Italy is the EU's third biggest economy. However, speaking after the vote, Miss Meloni said her Brothers of Italy party would govern for everyone and would not betray the people's trust. She added that Italians have a clear message in favour of a right-wing government led by Brothers of Italy. She is predicted to win up to 26% of the vote based on provisional results, ahead of her closest rival Enrico Letta from the centre-left. Miss Meloni's right-wing alliance, which also includes Matteo Salvini's far-right League and former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, the centre-right Forza Italia, now looks to have control of both the Senate and the Chamber of Deputies with a projected 42.2% of the Senate vote. Her own party's success in the vote disguised the fact that her allies performed poorly. The decision on who becomes Italy's next leader is up to the president, not Giorgia Meloni, and that will take some time. Although she's worked hard to soften her image, emphasizing her support for Ukraine and diluting anti-EU rhetoric, she leads a party rooted in post-war movement that rose out of the dictator Benito Mussolini's fascists. Earlier this year, she outlined her priorities in a raucous speech to Spain's far-right Vox party. This is what she said. She said, yes to the natural family, no to the LGBT lobby. Yes to sexual identity, no to gender ideology. No to Islamist violence. Yes to secure borders. No to mass migration. No to big international finance. And no to the bureaucrats of Brussels. So yeah, man, it looks like she means business, man. But it's crazy that I guess the people really want that far right. I don't know, it seems like a lot of Europe want that now.
Do they?
Yeah, because Sweden,
Yeah.
that happened as well.
Really?
Yeah, you know, whenever I have conversations with people about socialism and how it doesn't work, right? They always say, but what about Sweden?
Yeah, because I would have thought they'd be the most pro everything.
Yeah, but now Sweden say we don't want that, man. So yeah, so Sweden, obviously have gone to the right. Italy have gone to the right now. And France, remember, Macron almost lost. It was quite close. Normally, the right doesn't normally stand a chance, especially the radical far right.
Yeah.
But this time, they almost turned it around. So, yeah, people are really seem to really want something new. But
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the end of the headlines.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into our What You Sayin topic of the day.
This topic of the day is going to be basically providing another side to the argument, right? Last week, obviously, we're talking about the Chancellor's new mini budget. And obviously, I was giving my views. Well, at a certain point, I didn't give any of my views.
Yeah.
I was just relaying the information. But apparently, some of the listeners obviously feel that I guess, and maybe the show as a whole, maybe, I kind
No,
of...
don't drag the rest of us into it. It's about you.
The show
What?
as a whole.
This is what
Wow,
they're
we
saying.
did.
What?
The rest of us are here for vibe. We don't do economy. What?
All right.
This is what the people are saying.
I had to question check this.
Maybe one or two in it. But
I'm
anyway,
gonna need some references.
They're basically making it seem as though I'm shutting down the Labour Party, right? So one of our good listeners said, you know what? He used to be a politician.
Okay.
Used to be connected.
Politician?
Sorry, he used to be connected politically to the Labour Party.
Okay.
All right, cool. And he wanted to, like, he understands, I guess, some of the gripes against the Labour Party, but he says fundamentally they are genuinely for the betterment of working class people.
Yeah, but he would say that though, wouldn't he?
Well, he's not part of them anymore.
Yeah,
but he still feels like, you know what, even though I'm not part of these people, I know deep down at the core, they're for the working class people.
Okay.
And so it's important that that side is represented. And I agree with him. So...
Oh,
right on cue.
that was timely.
that
Right on cue.
Was that planned?
Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. You okay?
Morning.
How are you?
It's like, yeah, not too bad, thanks. It's like 2 a.m. here, but yeah, not 4 calling.
Wow.
Appreciate
He's
it.
calling from America.
Oh, we
Thank
appreciate
you, man.
it.
Appreciate it.
No problems. Yeah, so basically, my argument, I wasn't having like a direct dig at Emman. The reason why I emailed it was, well, 2 topics initially. The first one was the fact that just because the Labour Party doesn't speak for us at the minute, we're kind of like discounting down the, what we should be voting for. The issue I have with that is, initially, obviously, I think the majority of us used to vote for Labour. I haven't voted for Labour like the last round, and one of the reasons is I think the party's like the inner party, like there's workings behind the party that does not really resonate with a lot of us anymore. And one of the things I sent Brent was a documentary that's out at the minute, and it actually shows how when the majority of us kind of like get behind a movement, how there's people like to the right of the party that are literally doing everything in order for that person to be demonized, etc. And then what the mainstream media will usually do is like they'll just jump on that. So that was like one of my main points. Another point is like obviously you talked about collectively voting for a particular party, or whether it's like a Green Party or like another new party. Yes, that is a good idea, but I mean, in the UK, we've never had any other party apart from like the 2 main ones. Okay, the Lib Dems were in a coalition back in 2010, but apart from that, there's never been any. But I think what we need to concentrate is like we need to start speaking to like the people that are getting into politics at the minute, so the young people. And one of the main reasons why I say that is, so in the last 2 elections, if you look at the people that were eligible to vote but did not vote, if all of those people voted for one particular party, like a new party that we started today, let's say, that would have won a majority of the House of Commons.
Oh wow!
So we need to start thinking more in that sense, rather than it being like, oh well, yeah, like Labour's not doing anything for me, or the Conservatives are not doing anything for me, or oh yeah, because I'm a bit well off now, I'm gonna vote for Conservatives because they're good for the economy, etc.
Okay.
So that was my main point.
I just wanted to ask you. You know when you said about how, say we were to start a new party, right?
Yeah.
All the young people, like this,
Yeah.
like, these young people. This is from like all different races, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
I think a lot at the minute, anyways. A lot of the youth, like our way of thinking. I'll say a lot of us, like the way we think, kind of aligns. And I think we started to think about it more like, rather than it being black, white, Asian, we started to think about it more like in a class system.
Okay.
Because I mean, we see it everywhere, like every part of our society, class has like some influence in it. Yeah.
So, okay, I get what you're saying, yeah, but a part of me thinks, say we were to, I guess, start talking to the younger people, right? What age group are we talking roughly?
I'm saying, well, you can't vote before you're 18, but I'm thinking from school times. I think like as a society, we don't really think about politics being important because I mean, growing up, like I mean, I've been interested in politics since like 2003. I'm giving up my age now, but yeah, 2003 when I was 13, and that was like just before the Iraq War. And I've been in it ever since, and I feel like it's a lot more important than what us youth or us young people give it credit for.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not taught in school. Like, so in school we don't really teach that at all.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. Because like in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, say we were to, I guess, start, educating the young lot and all that, right? Based on like, I know you're obviously saying now people are not necessarily seeing things in terms of race, right? Not in like in all things, but I guess a bit more of a class system than I guess in the past, right? Do you really feel as though the youth would really unite? You know what I'm saying, under one kind of party, and you feel like that party can kind of represent all the different like races? Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I mean, this is going to be an example I'm going to use. Yes, they're a bit like to the far left. You know, the Momentum Group within the Labour Party.
Yeah.
That started as a grassroots movement, and that took on because one of the main things they were doing was they weren't doing this whole political like conferences or anything like that, but they started it from like social media, getting information that were out there like that. The mainstream media were not commenting on or reporting on it, and that's where that movement kind of like grew and grew and grew. Yes, they are affiliated with the Labour Party, but if there was like something similar to that, where we utilize the thing that we grew up on, which is social media, which is having these conversations, rather than it being just like, oh, well, like my mom voted 50 years for the Labour Party, so I'm just going to vote for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was going to ask... sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to ask you, obviously, like you said, now Labour kind of, because of the inner goings of what's going on in Labour, you've kind of distanced yourself to some degree, right? But I guess according to your email, you still believe they're for the working class people, right? And I guess the majority of black people kind of fall into that category as well, right? But do you feel like, number one, they would get in power in the next, let's say, 2 or 3 elections? And number two, do you feel like their policies would be for the actual betterment of black people?
Right. Okay. So to answer that, like I do think they'll probably get into power. Like maybe not the next election, but the election after that.
Okay.
And one of the main reasons why I distance myself from the party at the minute is I don't think Keir Starmer is like he doesn't embody like what Labour stands for. The way I look at him is like he's a Tory, like in a red suit, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? So that's one of the main reasons why I did that. Do I think if we get together and the Labour Party is actually like a democratic as it used to be, and we come with policies like using like the like conferences, etc. Yes, I do think it's better for the black people and the betterment of black people.
Okay. And in terms of like, I guess the whole the new budget, with what the Chancellor just brought out.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that does more good or bad for black people, and like why?
So with that as well, okay. So I'm not just gonna. I don't want to talk about it just being race.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Issue. So one of the main things that I do not like about the budget is, obviously, like as soon as we hear tax cut, everyone's thinking yes, like I'm gonna get a tax cut. But if you look at the taxes, so everybody that earns over 50k will be on the 40% tax bracket now. But the issue with that is the majority, like the average wage in the UK, so going from Scotland all the way down to like the southeast, so like, is £38,000 a year. So when you look at that, like a lot of people, like you're looking at hundreds of pounds that you're saving. So someone like me, I mean, I'm coming out. So if I was to look at it from my point of view, I'm probably going to be saving like a few grand.
Okay.
Like the way they position is like, oh, when people save their taxes, save on taxes, they're going to be spending more. But if you look at it, this is how I look at it anyways. The more you give people that have the least money, the more they're going to be spending that money. But the more you give people that are not well off, but like that are well off than most people, then the least likely that they will spend that money. Like, I mean, I'm going to be saving a bit of money now, but there's no way like I'm going to be spending more than I usually do. I'm probably just going to put that in the savings. That's how I come up. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Also, as well, the way they scrapped the national insurance increase. Obviously, nobody likes a tax increase, but that was meant to be going directly to social care. And that was meant to be ring fence, so it will be going just to social care. So they scrapped that now. So, but where's the policy of what's going to happen with the social care now?
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it. Also, as well, obviously, this budget, like I'm not sure if you've been following the pound and the sterling.
It's plummeted. Yeah.
Since. Yeah, so I mean, the last time I checked, like I think against the dollar, like it was like $1.07.
It's gone lower than that now, you know. So I think it's 104. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I haven't checked it for a couple of days, but yeah, the problem with that is, foreign lenders like will not have any confidence, in the economy, and that's what's showing now, and that's the reason why the pound is sliding. If you look at like things like say the UK borrowing, about a quarter of it, like that's linked directly to index, which means like obviously it's linked to inflation as well. And then if inflation keeps going up, then the interest rate will go up a lot faster, which is not going to be good for the economy. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to kind of like present is like, oh, this is going to be good for the economy, it's going to boost the economy. But really, if the foreign investors are saying, well, okay, like sell all the pounds or like take our money out, then the inflation will just rise, and then the Bank of England will have to then raise the interest rates. But yeah, so my point is like I think this budget is like financially illiterate, if I'm honest with you.
Okay. I mean,
yeah. And also as well, another thing like that's linked to like the sterling. So for example, if that keeps going down and that devalues further, which is most likely what's going to happen now, and it is happening already. So things like, you know, petrol, diesel, and consumer goods, all of that will be even more expensive. So when you look at it, like, yes, some people are, well, majority of the people will have like 1% tax cut, but they're going to be spending more money. And although I don't agree with like raising any tax rises here, but I felt like we should have like kept it as it was. And also as well, sometimes like that you use it as a measure to calm inflation. So that's one of the main things. Like if inflation keeps going up, then majority of the people that are already struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, just about, they're not going to be able to like survive, if I'm honest with you. another thing as well that you mentioned about stamp duty.
Yes.
With that, the way they worded that, like, we're raising it now to, I think, 250 grand, isn't it? Like, yes, okay, that's good that you take off the stamp duty. But what I personally believe, what will most likely will happen is like that will increase the house prices anyways, and then as the interest rates will be going up anyways, that will make mortgage costs even more expensive. So whatever you're really saving in stamp duty, in the long run, you're going to be paying back anyways.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's what I think.
Okay. Esther, I think Esther wants to say
So
something.
I was gonna ask. Someone asked how you got into politics, just so they kind of know how to get into it, I guess.
I got into politics, if I'm honest with you. It was like around the Iraq War, and back then I wasn't even like supporting Labour. I just obviously was getting into politics. I'm the type of person, like, whenever like manifestos come out, before I vote, I always compare or contrast between. I mean, I never look at the Tories because I can never see myself voting Tory in my life. But I can always like compare or contrast. So another thing as well, like, I'll put my hand on and say, in the 2010 election, I did actually vote Lib Dems.
Okay.
And the reason being, obviously, at that time I was at uni, and obviously a lot of the things that they were saying was directly targeting like uni students, or so that was one of the main reasons. But as soon as they got into power with the Tories, all of that went out the window, and they tripled like the university fees. So yeah.
Okay, so I guess we just need to take an interest really, and then just read up on stuff.
Honestly, just read up on it. And also as well, sometimes what I tend to see a lot, like, because obviously being into politics now, there's like the underlying things that are happening, like with the people that are on. So this goes to Labour and Conservative. At the minute, the Conservative, like this government, not as like a whole party, but this government, I think they're more like a libertarian kind of like side of things. For example, like the other day when the budget was being announced, if you looked at like Twitter, all these think tanks that are there to do research, etc., they were tweeting like that they were happy with this. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, like things like, the Institute of Economics Affairs, which are pretty much like a lobbyist. We never know like who funds them, and a lot of the time it is funded by these billionaires and millionaires. So that's another thing to look at as well.
It's a okay. I guess the last thing, because that I would say is, right, for those people who kind of think, you know what, politics is rigged. Like you just said, there's certain people that's funding certain things that you'll never know about. I mean, like you said, also, even within a particular party like Labour, there's certain things going on. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of covert, and the average person just doesn't know about. For those people who kind of just feel like, what's the point in me voting, number one? And what's the point? Politics is rigged. And again, there's probably a particular group that kind of just controls all the policies anyway, right? What would you say to them to kind of convince them to get into politics?
What I would say to that is, initially start local. A lot of the decisions that are made, it's like, so your local MP to start with, look at that. Look into them, look how they vote, look like who they're aligned with, and then see if that obviously if that interests you. Another thing as well is like local elections. Nobody ever votes in local elections. Like I think like the turnout is like 22% or something like that. So those people are the ones that are literally making decisions that affect you. So things like how often your bins get collected, all these potholes that are riddled like in this country. Do you know what I mean? So start looking into that as well. And another thing as well, write to your local MP all the time, every time you disagree with something, every time you have an issue about something. Because my local MP is like sick and tired of me. Because he's a Labour MP, but he's been in power since like 1997. Like he's had a seat. The constituency I'm from, like he wins by 80% of the vote. Like literally, always gets like 80% of the vote. So it's like a very safe seat.
Yeah.
But I always write to him like whenever he votes, the way he votes. So that's something that you can do. So these people, like the thing is, yeah, I think the establishment love it when people say, "Oh, yeah, but it's rigged anyway, so there's no point in me getting involved," because that's what that's what the media does all the time. That's what all these politicians that have been in power for years and years, like that's what they're banking on.
Okay.
And I feel
right.
like we need to start kind of like taking a step back from that line of thought.
All right, and finally, thank you very much so far. Can you just give me a brief synopsis of the Labour Files and why it's important for people to watch it?
Yeah, so the Labour Files is basically an investigation done by Al Jazeera, and they uncovered a lot of like files that have been leaked. And what it shows, I mean, there's two parts that came out now, but the first part was showing these grassroots like activists who were a bit to the left of the pie, and they were supporting Corbyn, because Corbyn, a lot of the things that he was saying, yes, I might not agree with all of them, but a lot of things was to better like the working class people, and I thought like it was good for like the black people as well. And what these party officials were doing in the background was like discredit like all these activists that were in support of Corbyn. And it just shows you like how deep this runs. Like I'm talking about from all the way up to like the not the leader of the party, but like the head of like the party, the Labour Party. And also as well, what it shows is Keir Starmer. I know he took over Corbyn, but months leading after that, he was working in the background. And it shows, yeah. So it is a good watch. I think it's about an hour long, isn't it? Like each episode. So if you've got time, definitely give it a watch.
Okay, yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Take care.
Have a good night's rest.
Man.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, when you guys watch that documentary, well, the first episode, I'm halfway through the second one. Oh my goodness, the amount of bold-faced lies that they just pushed through, and the media pushed through to get Corbyn out of it. It is mad. It is absolutely mad.
Would you blame the media though? Because the media was fed the information.
Yeah, I do blame them because they should have done it. Basic journalistic skills would have basically, trumped all of that kind of stuff. But they decided not to. Do you understand? And this is what this guy was saying. If you were actually a journalistic platform with integrity, just a basic level of integrity, you would have basically seen through all of this.
Yeah,
you would have seen through all of this. But they wanted to get him out of it, and he kept quiet. He even when it is that he found out these people were doing this, that, and next, he just quietly looked to change things in the background and whatnot. But it was too late. The corruption was rife, and when I say corruption, I mean one could basically think I'm just being dramatic here. Brother, it's black and white corruption.
Yeah.
People in his own party, you know.
Yeah.
When the people were saying that like some of the Labour members and party members were hostile, brother, the hostility was different level. It was different level.
Remember that guy who turned up to the guys when he was dropping off his kids?
Oh,
maniac.
Can you imagine? And the guy's a Spurs fan.
Yeah, imagine.
The guy's a Spurs fan. The piece of crap.
Yeah, people, man, definitely check it out, man. It's a good watch. But this is why I asked Tarique, right?
See the guy started crying.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
it was bad, man. It was bad. But I feel like I'm not like if you watch it, I feel like to some degree, you guys may not be that surprised because like these things always happen in politics. It's the reason why certain leaders get ousted before general elections and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's always some type of conspiracy to get somebody out.
Yeah, but the method in which it is that they like just ran through and deployed, but it was forensic. It was clinical. It was an assassination, and this guy was like, "Hey, let me not go out in the public and basically say this, that, and the next. Let me just quietly do it behind the scenes. I don't know if it is. I respect that. You might respect that, right? But I don't. Even after, obviously now he's going on camera and basically saying, yeah, people milked me and everything. But he could have done so much more. I mean, the fact that it showed a graph where, I think the anti-Semitism complaints that came in weren't dealt with, or they were manufactured, or whatever it is. Yeah, it was very, very low, right? And when it is that he realized that their particular process wasn't working properly because people were muddying it, he came in, he changed people around, and the spike was ridiculous. It went from 44 cases to 387.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That guy is different level. And the fact that for his entire life he's been campaigning as an anti-racist, sorry. And he's come out, lived it, breathed it, everything. And for one set of like months and whatnot, people said, all right, let's just flip the script. Let's just change people's narratives. Let's just change people's minds about who this guy is. Brother, it just went crazy. And the media peddled it and peddled it and peddled it. Brother, all he kept on saying is that, I don't believe he wasn't violent enough. That's what I'm saying. If he was Boris Johnson more chaos would have happened. And I'd have respected that more. Like he was too much of who he lived all this time. Too passive. You understand? Far too passive. I'd have told her, please down, man. Imagine my entire life I've campaigned against racism and you've come to basically tell me as a racist. And it sticks. It sticks.
Yeah.
It sticks.
That's politics, mate.
Nah, but to be honest, I kind of like, wow, this could happen. I better move correct with the new black.
Yeah, 100%.
Because them people, brother, them people with the power.
It's also but it's also the reason why you can't be relying on these people.
Oh my goodness, brother! This is the and yes, Gina, I did post it up in the new black group. I took it down. I took it down. I'm like, there might be some people in here who don't want us to thrive.
Not might be, you know.
Bloody hell! I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
sorry about that.
right.
I think you guys should watch it. It's cool, man.
Yes.
You know how we do when we set us watching assignments?
Yeah, yo, don't watch it.
All right. you kept talking about us thinking, like you don't know us, but okay.
Good girl.
All righty. Mark, can you let the people know to like and subscribe to the videos, please?
I'm so dumb. I've been muted for enough long.
You weren't saying anything anyway, babes. You don't you dare.
I was. I had bare stuff to input. I had bare things to input. I was trying to get my point across when the caller was on, everything, and I was on mute. It was crazy. Like,
you even wanted us on the toilet break. Oh dear, I actually cannot deal.
Everyone in the chat, man, locked in, man. Like the video, man. That's 37. That's not enough. That's not enough. Don't be an enemy of progress. You get me? Support the movement. You know about the algorithms and that. Come on, like it.
Lovely.
Contribution.
That was topic of the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
I was gonna say, not gonna lie. Skip. This is my life. We're gonna get. All right, let's get into our next headlines. Recommended to watch. Just say it one more time.
The Labour Files.
Labour Files. I'll post the link again. Hold up.
Somebody even threw it in there.
You gonna watch it, Esther?
I might. Do you know what? I am on a journey of actually learning more about the society I live in. Not being a narcissist or anything.
It's actually interesting
So
watching.
I'm going
it.
to, yeah.
It's not even boring. Like, they've made it gripping.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You know, I like a bit of tea as well. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
So this
bare
watch, yeah,
tea,
for
man.
us.
Yeah, I'll watch it and I'll get back to you guys on my findings. Yeah.
All right. So the first headline is actually something that Tarique touched on, and this is that the pound has fallen. Right. So the pound has fallen to a record low against the dollar as markets react to the UK's biggest tax cuts in 50 years. In earlier Asia trade, sterling slipped just below $1.04 before regaining some ground to stand at about $1.05. this morning. Chancellor Kwesi Kwarteng has promised more tax cuts on top of a £45 billion package he announced on Friday amid expectations borrowing will surge. The pound has also been under pressure due to the strength of the dollar. The euro also touched a fresh 20-year low against the dollar in morning Asia trade amid investor concerns about the risk of a recession as winter approaches with no sign of an end to the energy crisis or the war in Ukraine. If the pound stays at this low level against the dollar, imports of commodities priced in dollars, including oil and gas, will be more costly, which is what Tarique said. That's correct. Other goods from the US could also be considerably more expensive, and British tourists visiting America will find that their holiday money does not go as far as before sterling's slide. Also, just in case people are unaware, on Friday, the Chancellor Kwesi Kwarteng announced a massive shake-up of the UK taxes during his mini budget. Under the plans, which he hailed as a new era for the economy, income tax and the stamp duty on home purchases will be cut, and planned rises in business taxes have been scrapped. Mr. Kwarteng said a major change of direction was needed to kickstart economic growth, but Labour said it would not solve the cost of a living crisis and was a plan to reward the already wealthy. The second headline takes us to America, and it's about Donald Trump. So as Donald Trump's legal woes mount, donors and the Republican Party have allegedly paid millions of dollars of his legal fees. His newest legal headache saw him and his 3 children hit with a fraud lawsuit, which alleges they lied about the value of property by billions. Financial data shows that he had already spent more than $1 million of donations fighting the case in 2022. Obviously, Mr. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. The latest lawsuit announced by New York State Attorney General Letitia James was the culmination of a long-running civil investigation which began in 2019. Millions of dollars spent combating these charges have come from Mr. Trump's Save America Political Action Committee, PAC, which takes donations from Trump supporters across the country. Save America has paid more than $1.12 million this year alone to law firms hired to defend Mr. Trump in the New York case. Just to give a bit more context on the investigations. So the Ford investigation is just one of several expensive legal challenges that the former president is basically facing. The other cases include a criminal investigation into possible property crimes, which is linked to the civil fraud case in New York. There's also allegations that Mr. Trump mishandled classified documents, which saw the FBI agents search his Mar-a-Lago property on 8th August. We reported on that. The chief prosecutor of Georgia's Fulton County is investigating potential state election crimes related to efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Also, a congressional committee has accused Mr. Trump of inciting an insurrection when his supporters ransacked the Capitol on the 6th of January 2021. And there's various lawsuits from police officers who have accused Mr. Trump of inciting the 6th of January attack in which they suffered injuries. So yeah, there's like 5 or 6 different cases that he has to fight now, basically.
I hope it's rich people that's donating to the legal fees, because
probably not. It's probably just regular people that wanted to see him as president. They're still donating.
I guess the cost of living is not hitting everybody. Boy. All right. Yeah. Well, let's get into Word on Road. I told you guys about Nia Long's embarrassing partner, Ime Udoka, who is a Celtics coach, and how basically he was caught. Wrong word I was going to say there. Basically, he was caught being not inappropriate. He had a inappropriate relationship with a female member of staff. Blah blah. Well, Nia Long has now broken her silence, and she said to People exclusively, she said, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I'm a mother and will continue to focus on my children. So I did say that there were kind of rumors that they weren't together. Well, they really are together, because she recently moved to Boston because obviously his job and stuff like that. And allegedly, I mean, it's not even that alleged, to be fair. So the investigation's been going on since basically July, and apparently he knew. So when she packed her stuff up to move and live in house hunt and everything, he knew that Do you get me? He knew what he did. Do you get me? And he knew that he was being investigated and it was all going to come out and blah, blah. So obviously people feel sad for her because she's out here, packed up her life, I guess, to be with him. That doesn't to help him with his career and the children and whatever. And he knew it was going to come out. The only reason why he then told her when he did was because it was going to hit the news and it was going to be like a public statement, basically. So, boy, sending her love, I guess.
Apparently, it was the woman's husband who found out.
Oh. Yeah. And he thought he ruined everyone's day.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy, man, to just bring down the black man. You get me?
No, it's not.
They're just going for black men in position of power and high value black men. This is what they're doing. So it's just all a big conspiracy. So my thoughts and praise go out to him and his family. And I just hope he's gonna make it through. He's gonna be all right in these troublesome times.
I just feel like for someone who said they wanted to start off the week with good vibes, it's pretty bad over there. It's pretty bad over there. The high value man and his high value dick should have kept his dick in his house. That's what he should have done. Not out here doing charity work. So
I was just gonna say I've heard an argument that basically in this whole situation.
You are always hearing things, isn't it? Bloody hell!
It's Twitter, isn't it?
Damn.
My ears to the ground, man.
Okay, what have you heard now?
Oh, actually, you just reminded me. I did hear something about the Nick Cannon situation.
Oh,
I'll come back to it.
Other kids.
I'll come back to that, man.
Okay.
Well, basically, they're basically saying, why is it that obviously the spotlight is all on this black guy? What happened to the white woman? No one knows her. Her name, nothing.
Because he's the one who was in a position of power within this. So, he's
what
got higher,
woman?
as in the woman he cheated with.
She ain't white.
Cheatee.
I she's right.
She's not white.
You sure?
Mixed race.
Mixed race.
Okay.
Yeah, so
The
but
mixed race.
the thing is that the reason why is because the power dynamics is off. So he's in a higher power position in the organization than the cheatee.
Okay.
Do you get me? So it's just gonna
someone
be like
said that it's an executive's wife. Is it true?
Yeah, it's someone high up, yeah.
Oh, someone in the organization, yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, no wonder why. So they're not righteous. They don't really care. It's just because he's going against one of the bosses.
Yeah. I wonder how they got caught. Like, how do you I'm definitely not for cheating, but I just think if you're gonna cheat, you need to do it properly. You can't
Probably got caught sexting.
get caught. Oh, that's the worst, you know. But yeah. But yeah, so it's such a shame because he did know, and you know, she's moved there and he's been pretending and all that kind of. Well, I guess not pretending. I guess just counting the days until it all came out, and it has now. So sending her love, and you know, she's focusing on her family, which is, I guess, the right thing to do. In other news as well, James Earl Jones may be retiring as the voice of Darth Vader.
That's insane.
Yeah, man.
That's insane.
But
Sorry, what?
James Earl Jones, he's retiring from being the voice.
As the what?
The voice.
The voice of Darth Vader.
What's Darth Vader sound like? Why do you say that's insane? Is that like a thing or something?
Because
Like he's
been
legendary
the
for
voice of Darth Vader since the first Star Wars movie, and
Yeah.
it's a very iconic. The role's iconic, the voice is iconic, the whole thing's iconic.
Well, when he goes, Luke, I'm your father.
There you go.
That's crap. Who gives a shit, man?
You ain't a Star Wars fan, nigga.
don't give a shit about that. Man's like, damn.
You're so annoying.
Anyone can say that shit, man.
Nah, man. Hey,
Yeah, then-
this guy's a serious guy, you know. His voice.
I don't know why you guys taking
he's
Mark
got-
seriously today.
I ain't
Got
taking it
one of the
seriously.
most like.
Mark's is
You don't know nothing about no Star Wars.
Mark's is disrupting the class. He's doing class clown shit, and I'm over it. But yeah, so he's also apparently sold his rights to like let Disney and Lucasfilm and you know, people just kind of keep using. Apparently, he's got like 10,000 plus voice files of him.
Oh, so it's gonna keep. Yeah, but if there's new dialogue, that needs to be, you know, new.
No, but they might be able to edit it. So basically, he sold 10,000 plus of voice files,
Yeah.
so that they can compile like new Vader dialogue.
I was gonna take words and just patch it together.
Yeah, so
you could use AI to do that very, very well.
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
so he's gonna be Darth Vader forever, I guess. Because who else's voice gonna do what he needs to? He was also in Big Bang Theory. It was a really fun episode.
So technically, he's still gonna get paid. He's just not gonna do any new stuff.
Any new stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
I rate
And he's
it.
91.
I rate it.
It's very good
yeah.
for his age.
So
Very
if you heard his voice somewhere else, like, would you know, like, oh yeah, that's Darth Vader?
Easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Iconic
James
voice.
Earl. Do you know James Earl Jones? He's one of the most unique voices.
Who?
James Earl Jones, nigga.
He's got one of the most. You do know him.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do? Is he the one that's
Coming
this
to
is
America.
CNN?
He's the dad from Coming to America.
America.
Not the king from Coming to
Yeah.
America.
Oh, King Jaffe Juffy.
Yeah.
Hey, my Killy.
It's too late.
Oh,
too
no,
late.
you want to man kill you.
No, I know Donny. Yeah, no, big up him, man. Big up him every time.
Ah, dear. Mine's
You're
ridiculous.
I didn't
fake,
know.
bro.
Why do you say King Jaffe Joe, bro?
Because that's
I
not the
didn't
role
know.
we're talking about. We're talking about Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader.
Yeah, but you got to talk about his iconic roles.
I thought
bro.
you
That is, it doesn't get more iconic than this.
That's his most iconic role, is Darth
What
Vader.
the hell?
I'm just saying.
This is good news for me. The next news I'm about to share. I'm very excited about it. The Crown have said Netflix have put out a trailer for season 5 of The Crown.
The trailer already. So it's shot and everything.
It's done. They
that's
they stopped season 6 to mourn the Queen, as they stopped filming season 6. All right, debatable. They stopped briefly to mourn the Queen, but they've carried on with production, and they have not delayed season 5's coming out, and that will be on the 9th of November on Netflix, and it's gonna be lit.
Jeez, my birthday week.
Love it. So basically, they said, have you watched season 1 to 4?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I love it. I can't wait.
I need to binge watch The Crown because I started watching season 1 and it was good, but I never finished it for whatever reason. But I got bare seasons to catch up now, so that's dope.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna watch it back.
Is it actually proper good though? Yeah.
Proper sick. I can't lie. It's very juicy.
Yeah.
I feel like
Is
it
that
shows
where your
the
love for the Queen comes from, Emman?
No.
No, I feel like he's probably against it because they didn't. You're probably against it because of that. Yeah, I feel like Emman's choosing peace this week.
His love comes from something else, but I like how you asked that question.
Where does his love come from, Brent?
Don't worry.
It's for the tea.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, so season 5 is going to be out, and also, so basically, it's going to be showing, what's his name, Prince Charles and Diana's breakup.
Okay.
Them doing the separate interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Her once again kind of stealing the limelight from him. That's what the trailer kind of shows. So it shows him, sitting down, getting ready for his interview. Her sitting down as well, getting ready for the interview, and then you hear the news reports talking about how he poured his heart into that interview, but her interview has now basically overshadowed his. And if you already watched the show, you know that he proper hates that. Like, he really, really hated that. So I'm very excited for it. Show us the real tea. Show us everything that's going on. And yeah, and apparently the what are the people called? Buckingham Palace and them. So basically, they're not very pleased about it. And they're saying that, the show is more for drama rather than the reality. And they need to understand there's real human beings behind these things and blah, blah. Well, there was real human beings behind those countries where you stole the people's properties. So
What about,
there's that too.
didn't they sign off on the show?
No, they can't. They wouldn't. I think they were trying to stop it. So the last season, where they started showing about Diana and all that kind of stuff, they tried to stop it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I don't agree with that at all.
With what? Them stopping it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because it was going to show the truth of how they treated Diana and stuff. So let's see what the season is saying. I'm really looking forward to it. So season 5, 9th of November, we move. And then really, really good news. Mae and Tommy Fury. I don't know why his name never sounds right to me. But yeah, Mae and Tommy are expecting their first child together. So sweet. She put up a lovely Instagram video. And it was like like in Love Island where they do the whole vows thing at the finale, basically. And it was a snippet of that. And then it showed her being pregnant today and like him kissing her belly and really, really, really cute scenes. And also she's someone who she's spoken about suffering and battling with endometriosis. It's a medical thing where she goes through a lot of pain, like period pains and even having sex and stuff like that. She had to have surgery for it. And also PCOS as well. She's suffering with that. So those conditions make it difficult for you to get pregnant. So it's amazing that, she's pregnant, and wishing her the best with that on that journey. That baby is going to be stupid rich, crazy rich. But yeah, so congratulations to her. And the last bit of news from me is Nala. I absolutely love what Krept and Sasha are doing for Nala, by the way. But yeah, so basically there's going to be, Nala's baby. She's got her products and all that stuff in Boots and all that clean products to help with skin and hair and all that kind of stuff. But basically there's going to be a YouTube series, and it's going to be, it has like people, like Conan is there, obviously her uncle. And it's also going to have Miss Banks, Chunks, Philly, Harry Pinero, and Nella Rose. And basically going to be doing like challenges. But they're also going to be wearing what is it called? Like a fake pregnancy thing, but it makes you feel contractions. Like what contractions are like.
The Milk and Honey show.
Yeah, you know, I didn't realize that they were wearing that until the end. Until the guy at the very end stood up and he was like, I was like,
oh, is it? Oh, I missed that. Oh, I was backstage then.
Backstage,
oh, yeah, okay.
I didn't clock that they were doing that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Explain, please.
So basically, you wear like a fake stomach, like a fake baby bump, and then it's like a pain thing where you feel what contractions actually feel like. And interesting because a lot of men always say, "Oh, then a lot of women give birth." And then when you put them on, they can't handle it.
I think those boys were wearing the period pain.
Period pain ones. Okay, yeah.
The cramps one, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what this show is going to be about. So they're going to have to complete like different challenges. In the video, I saw them like changing babies' nappies and all that kind of, just different kind of challenges. And they'll be wearing that at the same time and obviously you'll be like triggered and stuff like that. So it looks really, really cool. And it's going to start this Wednesday, 28th of September, and it will be on YouTube. So big up Nala and her growing empire.
Big up.
Yeah, and that is all from me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
I want to get one of them belts.
I think we should do one here. Would you guys wear it?
I would.
So you guys should understand what women go through.
But why?
Why not? Because
shit, what they go through. I don't need to feel that.
I'm thinking, why?
Is there a way you can mute his mic until like done out or something? Because I'm actually done with you.
What would be the benefit of it though?
No, just so you can be more empathetic to what is women go through. Because remember when we had the 5 times more ladies?
Yes.
And we're talking about like how a lot of men don't understand what women go through because obviously it's pregnancy. Pregnancy is common. So men just like, oh yeah, but every woman goes through it. So they never understand what actually it entails. Because even period pains, it's ridiculous. Every month is mad.
So that means we should lock women in rooms and just have like people just nagging in their ears all day, constantly. So you know what it's like.
First of all, who's nagging in your ears?
Esther. Have you ever been kicked in the balls though?
I ain't got balls.
Exactly.
To the glory of God. No, but how often are you kicked in the balls?
That pain is excruciating.
How often are you kicked in the balls?
Depends.
One is enough.
Yeah, one.
Once enough, exactly.
Once every 5 years is enough.
Once every 5 years. But guess what?
Once every 10 years, actually.
Women have periods every single month. Every single month for multiple days, women have periods every single month.
That sounds like a y'all problem.
Yeah, so obviously different women feel it differently, right?
Yeah.
So the one that we get, because I want to try this, right?
Yeah.
I want you to also see if that's what your pain feels like.
So you want me to have 2 periods in a month?
No, I just want to know whatever I am sitting with, if it's the same thing. And if that's the case, I'll judge you differently afterwards. Because if it's a breeze, I'm like, what you doing?
I think that's a good point, Brent.
Of course you do. Are you going to wear it too?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, I'll test it out to see whether it is accurate. But I know that every month, you see how Esau in the Bible sold his birthright?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I could sell my period rights, I would sell it for...
I mean, no one would buy it though.
For a tenner.
Yes.
That's how bad it is. Take it. just take it. Because I just think... Because obviously you have periods, obviously except the odd situations, but you tend to have periods because it's to prove that you're not pregnant. I just think I should be rewarded for that, shouldn't I?
It's to prove you're not.
No, like it shows that you're not pregnant. Do you know what I mean? You get periods because obviously when you're pregnant, you don't get periods, right? So when you're not pregnant, you get periods.
Yeah.
I just think that I should get a reward for not being pregnant, not having labour pains for my non-pregnancy.
What if you're not having sex?
Sorry?
What if you're not having sex?
Exactly. So you go through it either way. You're just being punished. So you're not having sex and you're getting period pains every single month.
I mean, there should be no reward for not having a baby if you're not having sex. So.
No, because I think it's no.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying there should be no reward if you're not having sex.
No, but then don't you think that's punishment? Because she's getting pains for not having sex.
Are you having sex?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not about me.
I think God knows best.
I don't know where this is going, but I think we need to get to People's Journal ASAP.
Because you want the reward for not getting pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because what it feels like is I'm getting punished for not being pregnant. Yeah, because women who get pregnant, they don't have period pains.
Yeah.
But I'm not pregnant and I get period pains.
Yeah.
I shouldn't get period pains. Nobody should get it anyway.
I get what both of you are saying.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But you're saying, but why would there be a reward if you can't, if you're not active?
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter because I'm living on the path that Jesus wants.
So you ain't having sex?
No. I'm living on
so
the
why
path
do you
that
want the
Jesus
reward
wants.
for not getting pregnant if you're not having sex then?
Because I don't want pain for not having sex. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I don't want pain for not having sex.
I think it's time for Marks to check out his bags. Oh yeah, it is. Like most places, 11. Most places is 11 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was about to say something wild. I was about to say, don't let them do it on you.
You know
You know
what?
the girl that got kicked out like that.
You know what I always also find is unfair is the fact that you guys' hormones change and you guys become completely different individuals, and you
It's
can't
so
help
sad.
it. You can't even help it.
Because all last week, when I tell you I wanted to just cry anything, if someone said like hello to me the wrong way, I just really wanted to just break down and cry. Honestly, I don't like, I love being a woman, but that is the one thing I don't like being a woman about. Because everyone's hormones is different, but my hormones are very like imbalanced and stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a woman in 2022. You could change.
What's people's journal?
People's journal.
Can't wait for Koi to get back.
Oh gosh.
Some bullshit.
I expect that of me or Mugs, you know.
This is some bullshit.
This guy's a terrorist.
Nonsense.
All right.
Don't worry, you will catch Marks in the hallway just now, people.
Yeah, Marks is packing his bags,
I'm
bro.
gonna do that from his car. Ah, dear, man. This is so silly.
So welcome to the People's Journal, people. I don't even know where to start now. All right, so the first thing is obviously the cost of living crisis, electricity and everything's gone up. And basically RAC have come out and pretty much said the cost of charging an electric car has risen so much due to obviously the energy prices that basically it may put people off buying buying electric cars. Apparently it's got to the point where it's the same as putting petrol in your car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what's the point? And so obviously, you remember before, I think, it was under Boris Johnson, they were given a grant, and they stopped the grant obviously, but they were given a grant to kind of incentivize people getting into electric cars. So obviously you can cut down on the petrol use and, you know, green planet, climate control, climate change, all that good stuff, right? Cool. Obviously right now it seems like it's not making any type of difference. RAC basically said its research showed that the cost to charge an electric car on a pay-as-you-go basis at a publicly accessible rapid charger has increased by 42% since May, right? And so, anyway, like I said, they basically said that it's almost the same for it's almost the same for electricity as they would pay for petrol per mile. So right now, if you're looking to get an electric car, it really isn't benefiting you right now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when things change, it'll make more sense in it. But yeah, that's the first thing. The other thing, I was going to talk about fish and chips, because you know, like every now and again, I like to talk about real life,
stuff.
Yeah, application and stuff, right? And basically, what it's saying is fish and chips could go above £20. £20 for a portion of fish and chips.
Let me give you guys a life hack.
Oi,
For
oi,
fish and chips,
Sabaloy.
yeah, you got to go to the Turkish. You got to go to the Turkish guys. They make it sick.
Cod and chips will make you moonwalk out the chip shop. You know, if you're not prepared, prepared for the price, like if you don't go in there mentally prepared to pay big P's, you will change your order. Let me get cod and chips, boss. And then when he tells you how much it costs,
£15, please.
Yeah, when he tells you how much it costs, you're saying, you know what? Let me see what them wings are saying. No, it's too much. It's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. If you can buy wings from a cod and chips place, you're in the wrong place, bro.
No,
I don't think so.
Cod and chip places should only be fish.
Because I tell you guys, you got to go to Turkish people.
No,
they make
man,
it
because
the
you
best.
go to the chip shop, they sell sausages, wings,
Yeah.
cod bites,
No, but
pies.
the Savaloys, that's a
I love
part.
a cod
That's a
bites.
part of the fish and chips world, though. Wings.
No,
But they added
and that is what, you know what it is? It's 2022, man. A lot of good chip shops.
They won't do like a burger and all
To be fair,
sorts.
I ain't been in a chip shop for like 20 years. So
Oh, really?
what do I know?
Look at you piping up in the place.
I just admit it's fault.
Yeah, but the way you led that, you should have led with humility. Like, don't
I
talk
always
about-
lead with Vim.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
Hey, have you not, like, it's a bit of a side note, yeah, but have you not tried the battered Mars bar and all that?
No.
Nah, that's more
When
up
you
north. They
Jekuje,
do that as well,
that's
isn't
what
it?
that
Yeah.
is.
'Cause I remember seeing it.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it on
Apparently,
TV.
it's supposed to be nice though. It's supposed to be nice.
It's American, isn't it?
No, it's here.
No, it's more like it's a northern thing.
As
Like,
in
further up
battered.
north,
As
Yeah.
in the chocolate.
Scotland and all that. Yeah, they're
As in the
battered
batter
Malta.
that's
They do them in
around-
the chip shops.
That's around sausages.
Yeah.
Around Savoy, like I mean, that's around sausage and batter.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
They
it's
put the
over
Mars
the
bar
Mars bar.
in the
Doesn't
sausage.
it melt when you fry it?
But they
I don't know. But
find
it's
a
supposed
way.
to. It's supposed to be a thing.
I think if you eat, I'm sorry,
No,
okay,
it's-
no judgment, but I think if
sounds
you
rough.
eat that, you deserve anything that happens to you after that.
Wow, that's a bit harsh.
No, it's not. It's reality. Because why? Like, what is the thought process behind that? Or who even came up with that? Who said, "Oh, I love a battered sausage"? Guess what I could do? Battered. Nah, man, you're
You know
being
how
silly.
buff that? You know how buff that probably tastes. That probably tastes like a donut.
No, it won't.
No, it does probably taste like a donut with chocolate inside it.
And have a bit of the salt and the sweet.
Yeah.
You know, people think fat. That's thinking fat. But you guys try and let me know how it tastes. I wouldn't have it because I can't have dairy. So when there's that,
You don't have no chocolate at all.
You're so,
no, I
chocolate.
can't.
Is it?
Oh, is that
I'm
bad?
so what?
But
you're
Yeah, I
so
can't have it.
funny, man. You're
But,
so
um,
funny.
dark chocolate.
That is.
Yeah, but that's your only choice.
You might as well eat sand. I think eating dark
That's
chocolate is the
sand,
worst thing.
To be fair.
It's good for your heart. Nah, don't care.
No, I was
As
going
far as trying things go though, there's crazier things like that wouldn't be hard to
Yeah,
try.
that's not
No,
crazy.
but
crazy.
but I can't have dairy though. It's dairy that's the issue for
This
me.
is why I'm trying to present you a situation here.
No,
Plant-based
okay, do you know
chocolate.
what? Okay. I wasn't going to admit this until I
Okay.
did it.
Okay.
But I'm actually starting to lean. You're actually influencing me. So I think once I'm going to try and look up like different recipes and try a plant-based meal.
I got a feeling that you're gonna convert to be a plant-based person.
Yeah, because I can't lie to
I
you.
can feel it
actually,
coming.
yeah, I feel it coming too.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day and the
The
person
oracle
was
spoken.
I saw something the other day and I said, damn, they keep making a strong argument
This is
for it. I can't remember what it was, but I said, my heart is opening up. Because before this, I mean, I'm still going to wear like clothes and all that kind of vegan stuff.
Yeah, of course. We don't care.
But-
about that stuff.
Man, I'm still gonna wear clothes and all that vegan stuff.
All
Hey,
them
do
man
that
do is
thing,
eat
you
chickpeas, man.
Say
That's
again?
all they do is eat chickpeas. I need more variation, man. Like,
Chickpeas,
it's not
beans.
everyday chickpeas.
Lentils,
What?
quinoa, sweet potato, plantain.
see?
I do wanna try
Horrid.
quinoa.
Okay, sweet
I love
potato
how it
and
sounds.
plantain is all right.
Yeah,
Quinoa,
I have sweet potatoes and plantain, yeah.
beans, lentils, all them shoppiness there, man. Come on, man. Like,
Jollof rice, pounded yam.
Yeah, sorry.
egusi,
Yeah, but
efo,
that's stuff that we all eat.
No, but you're not killing it. Yes, we're all vegan here.
Aki. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Aki's calm.
Without the saltfish, it's all right.
Do you know what's mad though? Like,
Aki without the saltfish is just Aki. Like, that's crazy.
do you know what I find funny? Yeah, I find vegans. I'm sorry to do this to you, man, but vegans that insist on eating jollof rice, you just are funny.
Why?
She got chicken in it.
It doesn't have chicken in it.
It is. It's chicken
No, but
stock.
remember, you can make it very different. You
Yeah,
can
but
make
you
it
don't have,
different
yeah, but
ways.
I'm sure he doesn't use chicken stock.
Yeah, no.
So you're saying when you go to a whole party, you ask the caterer,
all the time.
you ask Auntie Fumi whether she put chicken stock in it or not.
Before I get there.
Nah, you're fake, you know. You go to the party.
You're
Ain't no way you got special jollof at the party, man.
Always.
No, you're lying.
They love me.
No.
Do you know what I It's because I feel like mentally they block it out.
No.
Because even this weekend, my friend's thing, the guy was like, oh, he only eats like fish. I'm looking at him
What?
telling me to add extra jollof. I'm looking at him like,
on camera, admit that you eat
Yeah,
the
there's
chicken
chicken in
stock
that
jollof rice. Admit it.
The thing is, man,
Just admit it. Admit it.
look, that's not important, right?
So you do. Exactly.
We've got a
It's
cost of
fine.
living
No,
crisis.
I'm not.
No,
I don't mind if you do, but I'm just saying, just admit it.
No, but you know what the thing is? Remember, like I say to people, yeah.
Brent, what's that?
Sorry.
someone sending him a nude. How can you say, we've got a cost of living crisis? What's that got to do with anything?
We can't waste the rice.
We can't. You can afford to.
But
No, but do you know what the thing is?
the thing is,
Remember,
what's chicken in chicken stock though?
The basically chicken.
Is
the
that
way,
authentic?
Like,
Yeah, so basically-
what is
It's
chicken
not-
in chicken stock?
yeah, it's not
Let me
really-
tell you what it
Is
is.
the
So
chicken
basically,
flavouring?
There
no,
you go.
because what it is. So basically, when you season your chicken and you boil it, basically you cook
Yeah,
it. That water
That's left behind,
from the actual chicken is what is used in jollof rice a lot of the times.
Yeah, is that?
So that's
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah.
You
But
are-
remember?
All
Yeah.
these people saying that they
Say-
make it without
say
the
that
chicken
again?
stock. They're not making authentic jollof rice then.
No, there's different ways.
There's different ways, but the real deal uses
The
fresh
proper way.
chicken. Yes, uses fresh chicken stock. So you know when you boil the chicken before you
Yeah,
make the stew, whatever,
yeah.
you cook it.
Yeah.
That water from the chicken
Oh,
stock,
so you
because
put
it's
that-
got that all different seasons and stuff. That's what they add to the jollof rice
No,
to give
not-
that flavor.
No, not always.
No,
Not always.
The right
And
type.
and you might be making beef with your jollof. You might not making chicken. With
Yeah,
your
if you use beef stock for your jollof, that's disgusting. Sorry. But I'm a very picky eater. I've been raised with great standards of food, so I'm very picky. Shout out to my mum.
Great standard.
Yeah. Great standards. Listen, don't make me listen. Great
Not
standards.
the great standards.
Greatest standards, in fact. I'm very picky.
The greatest.
Guys.
You gotta go in it.
Yeah, I'm designated driver as well. They're waiting in the lobby for me. We've got to go to work.
Oh.
Okay.
I've a work. Sorry. Can pick it up where we left off from tomorrow.
So you're gonna give the people 2 down out ears, yeah?
Yeah. Can we update my deck as well, please, a bit?
Yeah.
Not you putting our family business out there.
Aren't you meant to update the deck?
I don't. You would think so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, but the last one. I thought the last one is a good one.
Yeah, there is one. Wait, let me check and see which one's the last one, because that might be the one that was the one about your people.
Does he update your doc?
Yeah. That's where I
keep telling people, Marks is the one in charge. People are not understanding. Marks has got a different rule to the rest of us.
Brent will happily do anything to supplement Marks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically, but we don't get the same.
Marks, we don't. Marks is Brent's golden child.
Yeah.
Sorry, are we talking about him being remote?
No. I'm talking about.
We're just in general.
I'm not everything.
Oh, yeah.
Even like when he sees people like,
yeah.
As in, no. As in, yes, I like Marks because I love Marks, right? But I love y'all also. Not equally, but I love Marks.
Not equally.
Thank you for proving what we just said.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell us. It's all right. We're still the best in attendance. Someone even mentioned that to me actually yesterday.
Yeah.
They said, you and I are keeping it. We're the best in attendance. I said, well, thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Goodbye, Marks.
Fair,
you hear that,
man.
Marksy?
It's not fair, man, because it couldn't be anyway. I'm
Yeah,
going.
precisely. Later.
See you later.
See ya.
It really isn't fair, but
What isn't fair?
what he was going to allude to.
Oh, his technicality.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. The gripe
We
is
don't
not about
find that.
him
No,
not
no,
being
that's not
here. That's fine.
No, we don't mind that.
Yeah. How else is he meant to be on the show? he has to be remote.
Yeah.
The last thing is pretty much.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, the last thing is basically I just wanted to give a quick summary of basically what the Chancellor basically put forward on Friday. Yeah.
They really pressured you.
Who?
The people, them.
How?
Don't mind. If you don't see it, it's fine. Big up the listeners there. This show really
You talking about last week?
No, don't worry about it.
Is this something I need to investigate?
The type of headlines you're putting in, it's all about your party and stuff and them failing. So
My party?
them getting on to you about you chatting like was about the Conservatives all the time. She's saying it's basically changed a bit. I mean, you allowed like somebody to come on who doesn't even live in this country to basically like teach you about economics and finance and this stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, you were humbled a bit.
I almost forgot that Brent says things in a particular way. You remember Tarique came on not to debate.
Yeah.
Because I saw holes in the economic.
Is Tarique white or black?
Tarique, reveal yourself.
No, he's probably sleeping now. But I don't think he's a black guy, but that doesn't matter.
I feel like he's black.
No, because his voice sounds. It doesn't matter, of course. But I'm saying his voice sounds white. But his name's
If he's a
Tarique.
white guy called Tarique,
His name's Tarique. So I'm like, okay,
Nah, he sounds Asian to me.
okay.
Asians are called Tarique.
Shout out Tarique.
Isn't that a black name?
Tarique Ahmed
Oh, okay.
or Tariq,
Yeah.
maybe.
Tarique, Tarique. Yeah, you're probably
Yeah, but
pronouncing.
Ahmed,
you're
don't
probably
do
pronouncing it
nothing.
the way he doesn't pronounce it that way.
Okay.
I remember power though, innit? Tarique.
That's what I'm saying. So in my mind, Tarique is a black name. It's like an Andre. Like if you're white and Andre,
And like Islamic.
Yeah, if you say it like that as well, Andre. If you're white and Andre.
if you're an Andre, all right.
But yes, but like I was saying, it wasn't meant to be a debate. We just wanted to, let the other side speak. And so that's why I kept quiet and just ask a few questions. But you know what I'm saying? But if we want to have a debate on economics, anytime, anywhere. You know what I'm
Who's
saying?
we? You better call
Anyone,
Tarique
you know what
up.
I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying, right? Just a few
Oh,
points.
Tariq is black.
Tarique is
Yeah,
black.
of course,
I
man.
told
He
you.
said he's Regista's guy.
Jeez.
I thought so.
Why do you add season to
Name's
stuff?
Tarique.
All Regista said is Tarique is black. Man said that's Regista's guy.
But he says he's my guy.
Where?
Lol, Tarique is black.
Maybe he hasn't loaded on my screen.
Oh, sorry, I have the producer's version. Maybe.
This nigga's insane.
I hope the camera caught me when I did that. Story.
All
right. So the government has set a target of reaching 2.5% growth, right? Which has been, I think the last time it was like that was during Labour's time, actually. Mm-hmm. So that was actually one of the jabs that Labour threw at the Chancellor on Friday.
Yeah.
The tax hikes obviously have been scrapped. So remember, corporation tax was meant to go up from 19% to 25%. That's 6% out of the window. Also, obviously, as we know, the top tax rate has been abolished. So at a certain income, there was a 45% tax rate for those high earners, right? That's gone down to 40%. So it's totally gone. Stamp duty has been cut again. Also, benefits. Where is that? I wanted to speak briefly about benefits, but basically what it is they want to provide a bit more extra support. Well, this is what he's saying anyway. They want to provide a bit more extra support to those who are over 50. And those who are younger, they will actually want to put a bit more sanctions. So before, there was a certain amount of hours you had to work before you could keep claiming universal credit. Now they're basically increasing that in it to kind of, their argument is to incentivize people actually finding work, because there's a lot more, what's the word? Opportunity for work, vacancies or whatever, than there is unemployed people in it. So they're trying to get people into work. But yeah, those are some of the main points in it that I just kind of wanted to mention. Yeah, and that's it really.
I even saw something recently, as in while we've been recording, that he said he's got some more.
Yeah, he's got more tax cuts. So he mentioned that. Yeah.
Will this actually? Do you think this will actually help the economy?
Well, I mean, it depends on your economic school of thoughts.
I'll be honest. I'm on Tarique's wave, because he said it might not help the economy, blah blah, but he would have more money, and so he's gonna save it.
You see, this the thing. No, or I don't know what Tarique earns, right?
Yeah.
But you have to remember, people who earn over 100K.
Yeah.
I know people may not like this, but people who earn over 100K are not rich.
Yeah.
They have a lot more money, but they're not rich.
Yeah.
The rich who everyone's complaining about will benefit, yeah? They don't just save money. They make money.
Yeah.
They invest.
Yeah.
When you invest in a particular area, typically that area expands.
Yeah.
You get growth. You get more opportunities for employment.
Yeah.
This is what people don't seem to understand. When you tax higher, these people do not put their money into those things. There's also another argument where if you, again, the left will like to, increase taxes for, various reasons. But if you tax too much, sometimes you can get less money.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
Because these so-called rich people that everyone talks about,
Yeah.
remember, everyone talks about them evading tax. They will evade tax for real if you tax them too much. You know what I'm saying? And so there'll only be a smaller amount of money for the government to actually get. So it's counterproductive. If it's low enough, incentivize growth, people doing things, and yeah man.
Will it help people that are not in like the 100K? I don't know why I did that. That was very dramatic.
I mean, if I'm being obviously 100% honest, like it won't help people like directly and in a great way immediately. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the lowest tax bracket only got a 1% tax break, but it's something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it adds up over the year. And but also, I guess the focus from the Chancellor is not necessarily to put more money into the working class pocket. It's to actually boost the economy to get growth. And in that way, it kind of benefits people. Because right now, your money's just not going far enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by changing things, hopefully, But like I was saying before, I just feel like in every situation, you just got to try and look at the positive and see how you can try and make that work for you. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like, Emman, you're out here teaching us a lot of things, and Brent is in the comments offering people jobs. Did I even speak to the producer of the show?
No, basically what I said was that when elections come around, it's good to have like a political expert who can kind of compare the parties.com.
First of all, you didn't say all that.
So
what you said was...
You can throw up the manifesto for each, break it down, and then see who's gonna benefit, who's gonna win, blah 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 blah. As in, anyway,
Big up Tarique.
I think it's a good look, and I've just put up the average salary cap by age group in the country, UK. So
Okay.
all right.
Alrighty, well, it's a rotation. We are ready for you.
All right.
And why is it looking like that?
What's that? Look.
We know.
Yeah, let me see if it translates.
No, it's back now, I think.
You did.
Yeah,
There it
did.
is.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that was.
Had me looking like
We got gremlins
A
in
cartoon
the
or
system,
something, innit?
man.
you.
All right.
You did the wrong thing, by the way.
What's that?
Oh, never mind. That's why I reloaded it. Never mind, Brent. Brent's going for a lot today. You had a late night, didn't you?
No, can you see what happened just now? The glitch.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
it
Of course I did.
affected the scene, so it wasn't me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to The Rotation, your weekly music breakdown. All right, so couple singles, one album. We'll start off where we left off last week with Stormzy. Obviously, we spoke about the video, but we didn't really speak about the track, right?
Yeah.
So the song is called Mel Made Me Do It, paying homage to his stylist.
You had to laugh at my Andre.
Stylist, Mel, who is a very popular influencer.
Bad boy
within,
influencer.
Fashion and stuff like that. This is the first release, I believe, under his new deal with 0207 Def Jam, which is like a UK leg of, the famous Def Jam recordings. Stormzy doesn't really just release music without a project coming, so I'm assuming this is the first release of an album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Last release was 2019's Heavy Is the Head. This song is 7 minutes long with, I'm sure you guys seen already, a very fantastic accompanying music video. Question. I've got a lot of questions today.
Okay.
What do you think the hardest cameo to get was? for the video? Who was the hardest person to get for the video?
I would say it's Jose.
I think so too.
That's what I was
What do
thinking.
you think, Jose?
Yeah,
I was
it's got to be
thinking,
him.
Brent, what do you think? So you had Jose in there. You had Louis
Is it Jose?
Theroux. You had
I think Ross
Jonathan
was
Ross.
I think Jonathan.
I think everyone who was kind of within our scene was fairly easy to attain. Because you said the video took a year to
Yeah.
together, and I
Yeah,
guess
about a
that's
year.
mainly because of scheduling.
Yeah.
So Mourinho I reckon was the hardest.
I reckon,
to
yeah,
get, so.
same.
But yeah, this song, I like the song. It's just bars. It's just bars, no hook, just straight bars, spitting for 7 minutes long. Decent beat. I'm not sure who produced it though. I need to dig deep to find who that is. They don't really list producers very freely these days. A lot of metaphors, punchlines, comical bars. He's talking up the things, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking up the things. A lot of boasting, a lot of bragging, a lot of laying claim. Shall I say? I like the song. I'll say yes, rotation, because it's a good song. But in terms of will I play it again? I've played it enough times. I know it is. It's too long.
I was gonna say that. I don't think it's like a replay kind of song.
It's too long.
I got a message for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just about to say it's like
Yeah.
a statement.
Yeah, it's not what you listen to in the gym.
Yeah. I wonder if I was gonna say, would they make a shorter version for radio, maybe like a 3-minute version, like a condensed version?
They're gonna have a look. They're gonna have a. That's a task and a
Because to
half.
play this song for 7 minutes long is that's not how radio works these days, isn't it? Having a
there's no-
song for 7 minutes on radio is not really how.
Yeah, because there's no like chorus or anything that repeats. So it's just bars.
Yeah, just bars, just bars. But I'm sure he's probably got a single coming.
Yeah.
To me, this is like a little street single, little buzz thing, little warm up. I'm sure he has a proper like single coming soon. But yeah, guys, you like the song? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up.
Mama, me do it.
Big up Mel
Thumbs up.
every single time.
They got Mel. All right, cool. All right, next up, this is kind of an unusual one. Little Baby, right? He's got a song called "The World Is Yours to Take," right, which is the official Budweiser anthem for this year's FIFA World Cup.
Okay.
So when I first saw the announcement, I thought, okay, Little Baby and the World Cup. It's kind of a weird marriage.
Collaboration.
One, because he's a fairly young rapper. Two, because Americans don't really fuck with soccer. or football
Soccer.
like that to you know use him. So I just thought it was a weird choice. Are you guys with me on this? Little Baby World Cup anthem doesn't really.
I mean, it's sick. But it's how did they find
it's
kind
sick,
of thing?
It's sick for him.
Yeah.
For the opportunity. But I don't get it. Little Baby and football don't really go hand in hand.
I guess, like you're saying, it's World Cup though. So like he's known all over the place.
He's known, but is he? But he's not football. Like, you know what I mean?
Is it World Cup or FIFA?
No, the FIFA World Cup. FIFA is the organization.
Oh, I thought it was like the FIFA like game.
For the game.
Yeah, not the.
Well, I hope I'm not wrong here. Is it the World Cup? Yeah, it's the World Cup.
For like the full World Cup or his team?
No, this is for the World Cup.
Period.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna have other songs, but I know this is the Budweiser anthem. I'm sure Budweiser is the sponsor for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, the song actually samples the 1985 Tears of Fizz hit. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. So that's what it samples.
You know, I don't know.
Okay, cool. You know the song?
Yeah.
So it samples that. So that's like the backdrop. So when I first pressed play, I was like, okay, what am I going to hear? Am I going to hear typical Baby stuff, or am I going to hear something completely different? So it's completely different. It sounds very big. You can imagine it in a stadium.
Okay.
Right. So it's very stadium ready. It sounds like an anthem.
Okay.
Right, but it's just a weird marriage. If you know the sample I'm talking about, and his voice, you know, they don't really mesh well together. It sounds a bit. There's no cohesion to me.
Okay.
Is it a very obvious sample as well?
Yeah.
Like, as in, they haven't chopped it up small, and it's like
the whole the whole thing's almost been played the whole time. So yeah, it's definitely a no from me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is not making me excited for the World Cup. I'm not hearing this. This isn't like 3 Lions. You know what I mean? This is not giving me, okay, let's start watching football.
Yeah, okay.
Nah. So yeah, it's a no from me, Little Baby. I'm sorry. All right, next up we got Mr. Easy. He got a new song called Protect, featuring DJ Tarique and Joey B. It's a straight up Amapiano banger. Have you heard it?
No, I haven't.
It's a banger still. It's a banger. The beat is sick. The drop is sick. The bass line's sick. And it raised a question I want to ask. Is Amapiano taking over from Afrobeats? Because lately, every time I press play on a new Afrobeat artist song, it's an Amapiano song.
I think it's influencing Afrobeats, but I don't think it will take over, just because I feel like Amapiano, because I feel like it's always existed in its spaces.
Yeah.
I think it's just a lot more popular. I don't think it's taking over, because I feel like a lot of artists are finding they're creating their own sound with Amapiano. Do you get me? So they're doing like Davido, for example. He still does Afrobeats, but it's a fusion of Afrobeats and Amapiano.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I think it's not going to take over, because they're not like throwing the towel of Afrobeats and then saying Amapiano only. So yeah.
I'm not the biggest Amapiano expert. I'm sure there's people in the audience that are, right? But to me, the sound sounds kind of limited.
As in Amapiano in general, or this song?
Amapiano in general. It sounds like there's certain elements to Amapiano that exist in every single song. Yeah. So you can hear it. Oh, this is Amapiano. This is Amapiano. It's so obvious.
It's so
You got in this one. You've got all the typical stuff. You've got the whistles as well.
Yeah.
So it's like it feels a little bit. It's like drill.
Okay.
Where a lot of the drill beats sound the same. They have the same elements, the same type of drum patterns, the same type of beats, and that's why I feel like Amapiano is a bit. But again, I'm not the biggest Amapiano expert, so I don't want to. You know, people get really sensitive when it comes to their music choice. So you tell them, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Out here calling for you to get fired and shit.
Yeah, that one. But this song is a banger. Yeah, this is a banger. This is a banger. This is a banger still. So this is definitely in the rotation. Mr. Easy. It's called Protect. If you want, I can imagine it's being played in Ghana, everywhere, clubs. Yeah, it's a banger still. So check that out. Lastly, we got an album from probably the UK's most consistent group, D Block Europe. New album out. It's called Lap 5, which is commemorating their 5th year in the game. 5 years in the game. Wow. 16 songs, 52 minutes, features, 2 big features actually. Burna Boy and Ed Sheeran.
Oh, sick.
That's it.
That's sick.
Those 2. Boom.
They're kind of big, innit?
Who? DB?
Yeah, they are.
DB come a long way. I remember in 2014, I went to see The Lox. I think it was 2014, maybe a bit earlier. The Lox performed at Indigo O2. And this is around the same time, I believe, that Jadakiss and them first signed Young Ads. And they opened up for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know who he was at all.
Who they signed to?
They used to be signed to D Block. Jadakiss.
As in the American?
Also, they're not signed to them anymore.
No.
Oh.
So that's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
D Block Europe.
So D Block
Yeah.
is Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheik Luch, and their broader range of MCs. And then D Block Europe.
Oh, that's why they're Europe.
Yeah, but what I heard was that they just licensed the name, or Jadakiss gave them permission to use the name.
Oh.
So they have some type of deal in place where they can use the name, but there's no more affiliation.
Okay.
Okay.
As in, I don't think Jadakiss and them consider them a part of D Block.
D-Block,
Yeah,
They
that's
just-
that's
they
random.
just- They just use the name.
It's a bit of a random link up as well, don't you think?
It is random.
Yeah.
It works for them. It's
Yeah.
random because when you think about the name, it's like it doesn't really mean anything
Yeah.
to them. It's more so what it means to them, like, innit? But yeah,
Because, ashamedly,
yeah.
I've not really listened to them,
Who to?
to
TVE.
D-Block Europe, yeah.
No, but that's not your bag.
Because I know, Young Ads from, when he was actually young.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but
the
he was more
bars.
of a spitter then.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still a spitter now, but
Yeah.
now he obviously sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does auto-tune. It's a lot of melodies, but
Yeah.
before he was just a straight barbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a proper lyricist.
Yeah, so when I saw him at the show,
Yeah.
he was just, it wasn't none of this stuff.
Exactly.
This was back in the day. This was just bars, spitting.
Yeah.
It was him and 10 niggas on stage
Yeah,
together.
exactly, yeah.
Hats, hoodies, that whole.
All of that, yeah.
Yeah, obviously
Okay.
this is before the money, before you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
the come up in it.
That's the Young Ads I like, man.
Yeah.
But obviously, I have not given the new one a proper chance in it.
Yeah.
His brother used to spit as well, innit?
I think so.
Benjamin.
I think I saw something online the other day that they were at odds for years,
Okay.
but now, if I'm wrong, forgive me, that now they're making music together for the first time
Okay.
in years.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, so I think they've made amends.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, I think
Benjamin Ads.
yeah. I saw that story the other day actually. I never knew he even had a brother.
Yeah. And he's good as well.
Yeah. But let's not mention the other guy though. So there's two people in D Block Europe. It's
Yeah.
Dirtbag LB and then him. But it's kind of like a it's kind of like a Sway Lee and
Ray Sherman.
what's his brother's name?
Is in a Ray.
Who's the other one in Ray
Oh,
Sherman?
I don't know his name.
Swilly.
Something Jimmy, Slim Jimmy, something.
I don't know.
This proves the
All these
point.
people I don't know.
Yeah, so, Slim Jimmy. I think it's kind of like that where
Yeah.
Sway Lee is
Swilly.
obviously the biggest person in the group,
Yeah.
and then I mean he's kind of overlooked a little bit, but
Mm.
he's cold as well. I like the album actually.
Okay.
D Block Europe is not really my bag per se, but I like the album. I didn't really mind the auto-tune this time around because I enjoyed the beats, I enjoyed the concepts, I enjoyed the rapping.
Yeah.
Favorite songs: Halftime, Pass the Parcel, and Fantasy. I've actually listened to it quite a few times because I wanted to make sure that I liked it. So I've listened to it maybe like three or four times. I'll say yes. This is definitely a rotation for me.
Okay.
Halftime and Pass the Parcel. I reckon I'll slap those on a playlist. So yeah,
Yeah, it was Slim Jimmy.
Slim Jimmy. That's it. Slim Jimmy. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it from me. Stormzy, Mel Made You Do It. Mr. Easy, Protect. Definitely check that out. Little Baby, don't waste your time on that song. No, I'll be honest. Don't waste it. Well, if you want to hear it to see what I'm saying, listen to it. But yeah, it's 2-pack of ass. And check out DBE Lap 5.
Nice. You guys know we have daily segments. So today was a rotation. If you guys want to suggest stuff to Yusuf as well in the future, do that via the community. And if you would like to write in asking for a Francis, what would you do? Do send your messages, dilemmas, voice notes, all that great stuff to 075 6484 1073. And let's get into our last headlines for the day.
Okay, so the last headline is to do with the Met Police Commissioner who's basically refused to meet with the National Black Police Association president. So the new Metropolitan Police Commissioner is at loggerheads with the National Black Police Association after refusing to meet its president and suggesting he will ban officers from taking the knee. So a request from the group's head, Andy George, for an urgent meeting with Sir Mark Rowley, who returned to lead Scotland Yard a fortnight ago, was said to be rejected in an email on Wednesday morning. George, who had regularly met Rowley's predecessor, Cressida Dick, described the decision as baffling at a time when levels of confidence in Scotland Yard among black.
We are so immature.
Very.
We are so immature, man.
Sorry.
So basically, so George described.
Bro, can I get some AC? Hot.
George described the decision as baffling at a time when levels of confidence in Scotland Yard among black and ethnic minority officers and the wider community are at rock bottom. George had wished to raise issues including the shooting of Chris Cabba, who, as we know, was an unarmed 24-year-old black man in Streatham who was killed by the police on the 5th of September. The snub follows Rowley's suggestion in his first media interviews that he would prevent officers from taking a knee as it equated to aligning with a protest group, a stance George described as very disappointing. The comments were echoed in an open letter to police chiefs in England and Wales from the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, who ordered an end to symbolic gestures. George, who's a serving inspector in the police service of Northern Ireland, who is mixed race, said he was concerned Rowley had appeared to describe the gesture in support of equality as political. He then went on to say, I'm not ever going to force anybody to take the knee, but if someone feels compelled to do so, I think it's wrong for policing to restrict their support for a really important cause. It's not about making a political statement. How can equality of opportunity or any equality matter be seen as a political gesture? Equality is what we should all be pushing for as a police service. It is certainly the reason I joined, to stick up for people who cannot defend themselves. And again, it leads to how that plays out in black communities in London at a time when crisis and confidence is at its peak in those communities. I find it really disappointing. Yeah.
When politicians take the knee, is it not a political gesture?
I would have thought it goes against politics.
Okay, I guess it can be. But he's not talking about politicians, isn't it? You just talking generally? He's talking about police officers?
He's talking about the Met, right?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to uphold the law, yeah?
Yeah, as a body, but individually, you know what I mean?
So, all right, so isn't part of taking the knee all kind of intertwined with defund the police?
I mean, one side would try to link the two.
A lot of people would see it as that.
Yeah, but I don't think it would necessarily. I don't think it would be fair to. Because I don't think it would be fair to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's how it would be seen optic-wise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you want to spin it that way. Yeah. 100%.
And it's all about optics in politics.
Oh, 100% it is. Yeah. But yeah, that's the end of the headline for today.
Did you say F the police? I didn't. Somebody said that. What?
Nobody said that.
Okay.
So there is no donated today. You will get 2 tomorrow. If Marx's doc is updated.
Make sure you update the doc, right?
It was updated.
But yeah, we appreciate you tuning into the show as always. I will say Marx is not here, but I would hope that you listen to me. Like the video because the ratio is very off. But we had a lot of you tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow as always. Follow us on all our social media platforms. The Day After TNB. Like, share our videos, do all that great stuff. Help us, continue to grow. Also, you can join our community, community.thenewblack.com. Black is spelled with an X. If you'd like to send voice notes, text in for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Or you want to call us while we're on air. The number is 075 6484 1073. If you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email the team thedayafter@thenewblack.com. What can you say?
Just going to say they can also suggest stuff for a woke or joke.
Oh, yes. You can also... We'll be taking those suggestions in the community. So
yes.
community.thenewblack.com.
Also topic of the day as well. If there's something on your heart that's pressing that you want us to talk about, that you want to call in to kind of, relay some information.
Definitely.
Let us know, man. In the community, though.
Yeah, you have to do it in the community. And as you guys know, this show is for you guys, show's for the people. Seeing how you guys pressured Emman to speak about what he didn't want to speak about. If that doesn't prove this show is for the people, I don't know what does.
What did I want to speak about? What are you lot talking about though?
Do you read it?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know last week when you reported in the Kwame thing stuff?
Yeah.
You said you didn't want to talk about it. You said, I'm just going to deliver the news.
Oh, I just meant that day. Like, as in give my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have to give my economic, view sometimes.
Okay.
Emmanuel's in conversation with Dr. Uma, by the way.
Yeah. He is in conversation with Dr.
You
Umar.
have to leave certain surprises, Brent, man.
No, that's not how it works.
That is one heck of a surprise. I saw when I was getting ready, I said, I'm going to come to this foolishness later. I can't right now. I haven't listened to the voice note yet. I said I'm going to come back to this. Because I don't know what's going on, but...
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
People, look, pray, people. We may get the good brother,
I think we
Dr.
will.
Uma, on the show.
I think that the fact that he even
Responded.
And said, you know what, I'm working. He's going to come on the show, and that is going to be an iconic day. I need to catch up on his thing, on his what's it called, on his content to even know.
Yeah, man. Follow him on Instagram.
I didn't say I was going to do all of that, so I need to watch some of his content first. But I saw someone took a video of a part of him. Oh, you know, he had his talk the other day.
Yes.
And someone put a snippet on Twitter.
Oh, is it?
And he was talking about, he was like, yeah, yo. Like, he looks like a comedian to me. He delivers like a comedian.
Yeah,
Because he was like, oh, the Queen died. And I tuned in to see what my brothers and sisters in the UK were going to do. I saw my brothers and sisters crying. I say, this man, we got to get him on the show. He is, he's a joke.
I don't know, he's changed, man. I don't know if it's me or him, but when I first came
He's going to
across
say
him,
it's you.
when I first came across him, he seemed very serious.
Yeah.
I think the first time I saw him was on Breakfast Club.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and then I thought, okay, this guy's a serious guy, innit?
Yeah.
Like he means business.
Yeah.
But then now it's like jokes, memes.
I think he's a celebrity
and
now.
I feel like he's playing into it sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Some of the things I see him say, I'm like, you're playing into the narrative now. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
it
What's the truth?
woke or joke? You know what I mean? I'm confused with Dr. Umar now.
I think he's a celebrity now. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just different ways to remain relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't always just want to hear like serious things in serious ways all the time.
Do you
know what I'm
think
saying?
when he comes here, I'm going to ask him if he's ever dated a white woman? Do you think he's going to be offended by that?
Not at all. I think
These
we'll
are the
answer
type
the
of questions you need to ask him.
Yeah, I
But
really
he'll
want to
say
know.
no.
Like it's
That-
all right now. It's all right if you did.
Yeah, of course, but I don't think he has. Because I feel like his belief has been that way since his
Inception.
yeah, that's what I think. But
Interesting. But guys, like this video if you want to see Dr. Umar here.
yeah.
We're
At him as well. Tell him to look next time in London to definitely come here.
Yes, do
obviously
that.
there's a lot of great black podcasting shows out there.
Yeah.
But there's only one the day after, man. There's only
Period.
one the new black. You know what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
know a podcast. You
This
be
is what
calling
I'm
people
saying.
podcasts. And Brent is going to block your account. You keep calling us a podcast. But yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow and have a great Monday.
Have a great day.
Peace.
Bye.